Good
Hi
evening, suck my
guys.
cockiness. Good
Hi,
Hey,
good
evening.
How are
night, suck
you?
my cockiness.
I'm
What's going
good.
on,
How are
beautiful people?
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm at work. I'm just on my lunch break. About to finish up now.
Um,
I'm upset to go
Th-
back, man.
if
Thanks
you
for
found out your
participating as
partner
always.
cannot read, what would you? What may educated get mega teach and nigga if you
See,
read?
The new
see the
question.
question there. Hold on, Tony, because you're up on the live with me. Before you run off of the live with me, cockiness. Topic at hand, question at hand. If you found out your partner cannot read, what would you do?
Mm. Okay. So
If you find out semi illiterate, what would you do? Like literally, not
I
ignorant.
I would enroll him in some sort of class. I'm here to make my partner better. I'm not here to chastise a partner, make him feel worse. Because you don't know what kind of walks of life people have been through. You know what I mean? And I'm here to add to you. I'm not here to make you feel worse than you might feel or whatever the case may be. You don't know. You don't know how people grow up if they had to sacrifice and work instead of go to school or whatever the case may be. I'll go and study with him. We get you reading in no time. Send him dirty text messages. He'll read in no time.
Tell to motivate you.
Like
Not too
it's not
mama.
No,
hard.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. That's incentive. That's incentive.
Yeah, you gotta support. I think we forget that. I think that's the things that our parents had that we didn't have, like that we don't have. Like everything is a joke, everything funny. Like I'm not here to clown nobody. You don't know. I think that the initial it's like, oh, okay, but I think that's why people don't like share most of the time because they're embarrassed. They don't know how their partner's gonna react or something like that. But you gotta support your partner.
Not true, my girl. Me like you.
Yeah, you gotta support. It's not
Um,
something to
Um,
be
Officer
think or
Vanilla. Me feel say a fear request at Officer Vanilla. Me soon get to it. Give me a second, Officer Vanilla. But me know say a fear. You want to finish the way that's it. Remember,
no,
I like
yeah,
that
I
though. I
just
like that. That
I don't
sounds.
like that. I hate when it's you should that's what your partner is there for to confide in and see if they're because maybe it's a thing of they're just embarrassed and they don't have any motivation to go back. Maybe you don't know what it is. I dated a guy, but he could read. It was just like what is it called again? I can't remember
Lexi.
the word. There we go. Yes. So like numbers and stuff would just like instead of him saying 954 he would say 459 or whatever the case may be. That's not something you don't know how people grow up. You don't know if it's a thing of his parents. You don't know. You don't have a clue. So
Some people
that's what it
Mhm.
would be.
dyslexic as well, and them have all kind of autism, all kind of things,
Right,
learning disability.
exactly.
Well, them not
Exactly.
really know, especially in a place like Jamaica when somebody kind of, slow them,
You
try to
get
style
beat.
them as idiot.
Yeah,
Them
you
not
get
really
it
take the
beat out of
time.
you. Right, right,
I mean, I say
right.
this is all Jamaicans, but, the majority will say,
Yeah.
yo, well, I'm a fool, I'm an idiot. And, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Mm.
it is. That's what it is. You can't beat that's what a
Um,
lot of Jamaicans do. When they
me I go
have
take
they're like,
something where opposite from what you ladies say. All right, you see, if a person is mental, like having a handicap, then like dyslexic or a small handicap to them, learning ability, small disability or learning ability or whatever.
He's learning
I
Yeah, good
disability.
Tony, big up
yeah,
yourself, Miguel.
somebody have a small learning disability or stuff like that. I can see with that. However, if somebody is capable, able to really and truly read, but them choose maybe not to go back to school, maybe them choose not to really and truly help themselves. Me not lie, me not go there with a partner like that. Mm-mm.
It's
No,
hard enough to
wait.
get me right,
I can
Define
right.
help
get that.
themselves.
But if
Define
it's
help themselves.
yeah,
Hold
I mean
on. Beg a
if they're
second. Um,
in
a
if
lot
they
of
can
people, a lot of people are embarrassed to go back to school.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
The ones that can't read are embarrassed. So I'm going to X out of the go back to school part out of what you just said and go back to the if they don't want to help themselves. Define help themselves. And then I'm going to tell you a story.
For me, alright, me not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit down up here and pretend to be somebody that I'm not. I'm not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, if a guy send me some text messages, like a guy will send me a text message, when can I SEA you? When can I see you? SEA
Me
see out
block
that way
that.
you're
Cut
coming out.
time then, no daddy.
done done.
And I want to, well, lad, I want to meat? Where you eat? You. When can I see you? Where you swimming at? And when can I meet you? Where you eat? Me not lie. Me not respond to that text there.
Listen, listen, my friend. Listen, my friend.
I
Listen, my
pretend
friend,
like me
baby
I
mother.
see it. Me not
Listen,
there to I pretend like me I see it. Me not respond to that text there.
you don't see me post. You don't see me post one day with a guy when me put my emoji over him face. When baby mother said, I would, WOOD, like to wish happy birthday to my baby father.
I try.
B.
See, but I
Listen.
think you guys are jumping the gun. You have to not jump the gun. You can't
No, I'm not
read.
jumping the gun. You
Hold
don't know
on,
where
there's
people mind there.
things, right?
Me not
If the
judge her.
person,
Me not judge her, mama.
if I'm
Me
with a
tell you,
guy
I'm a
and
friend,
he's
baby mother that.
intellectually he's okay, but it's just the reading part, we can go to a class, we can take a class or whatever the case may
Okay.
be and learn how
That's
to
how it is,
read.
Don Sugar. That's what
But
it is.
if it's a thing of he just done, that's different. There's two different. It depends on what you guys mean. Is it that he can't read and everything else is good?
All me know cockiness, me not go sit down Anthony, me not go sit down here and pretend like me and Mother Teresa me a seeing. Anytime somebody slide up in my DM with them something there, me take what me sell.
No, it kind of,
but
understand
Nadia,
because it
Nadia,
shows like
me take what me sell.
you have some people out there where circumstances made them what they are.
My break is over. Love you guys. Continue to do what you do. I am out of here. I will talk to you all soon.
Later, bro.
Okay, bye. Thanks for joining. Me not go sit down here and pretend like me a seeing epic. If somebody sliding on my DM with something like that, me not really owe them no obligation to respond because at the end of the day, they are a stranger to me. I don't know you.
Me not say no. And that's a different circumstance. That's a different circumstance now. Jokes aside now. All jokes aside. For a lot of people that can't read like that, that can't articulate themselves like that, they're not going to come out bluntly and text message you some things that they can. You understand me? A lot of them are going to hold that back. It's going to be, all right, back to my conversation. Back to the story that I was going to tell. It's my father a fisherman before he was born. My father a fisherman from before me born. Him start go to school like most people, but what? Him stop. Because at the time, his mother couldn't take care of him. For his mother and father, well, his mother and father wasn't together. They lived side and side, but wasn't together. They couldn't, brawling big up yourself, my brother. They couldn't take care of him. So he started working to take care of himself. In terms, having to take care of his family, his siblings, I should say, not family. His siblings. Well, that's still family, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, man.
His siblings. They got the education that he didn't. Basically, a way over the because he's not one that's going to go back to school. That will never happen. My father will never get up and go sit down in our class. For what? You're a successful businessman running a business and you don't have no farm or nothing. My father never done primary school. And like me, when I kick out of high school, I'm going to stop this up. He never done, he reached, look at it in the primary school and stop. You understand me? So, over the years, we teach him, read for him, help him over the years. Until we end now, in upon WhatsApp, a text message on the place. In upon WhatsApp every day, WhatsApp I used to run from one look at something there. In the them now, I send him a WhatsApp message and I type, that voice note. Me, we can read and spell, leave a type. A voice note, the voice note. And I type them on the type. Because what? He's still trying to teach himself, learn, repetition, seeing, typing,
yes, because
reading.
he's willing to learn. I agree.
Exactly. That's a different story.
That's why I asked you. Not school. You remember when I had the conversation, I said, X out school. What do you mean by unless they're willing to help themselves? Define that. Remember that conversation when I asked you that?
Epic.
That's why I asked you.
Me I tell you this, big man thing. Me I tell you this, me know one youth, right? The youth went to high school. Y'all tell me, say you do how much years of high school? 5 years when you spend at high school. You do 5 years of high school. Yeah? And when he left high school, he graduated with no subject. Zero subject in name. Yeah? And then he got community college. And then when he do community college, he enter in a special ed or continuing education. And right now, that guy is a auditor, one of the biggest auditing firm right now. You understand me? Because he was willing to, even though he left high school without no subject, he was willing to push himself to do better and better in life. However, you have some people, Epic, but they left high school without no, then go in high school, come out like dumpling, then go out Jamal, then come out like dumpling, then do everything, then come out
No,
here.
that's a different. That's a different. That's a different.
Epic, me can't work with that. I mean, I'm
A
gonna
long,
sit
a
up
long
here
time
and
you don't want
pretend
to
But I
know.
feel like some people are not really like school smart, but they're more practical. Not everyone is like academic, you know, like academically smart.
somebody
Like
must know the basic. If you're gonna mix up SEE with SEA, you're not the man for me. I'm not perfect because me see Nicholas Ferguson type, not you perfect. I'm not perfect. But if you don't know the basics, but now I'm gonna tell you if you go spend spell something like
So,
Czechoslovakia or something.
oh
Me
no,
not
no,
tell you
hold on,
to
hold
spell
on,
them the something there.
hold on, there,
But
hold
if
on, there,
you
hold on. There.
cannot do your basic, which part you mix up SEE and SEA and FEET and FEAT and HER? No, if you can't know the basic, you're not the man for
So,
me.
so if they mix up there, and there, how that go?
There, and there. Here and here.
Yeah.
Alright, so for my opinion, I agree with Tony and I agree with Nadia to an extent.
Wanna send in a request. Wanna send in a request. So please, wanna come back to an opinion on that
Not
topic.
lie.
Because
Not
okay,
now
lie.
you're
I am who
man,
I
them saying
am.
that we
I
can't
am
read
who
and
I
all.
am. Listen
And
me,
we
listen
can't
me.
read still enough.
Tony, and let me say this, and a lot of people go and burn me out for this. I am who I am, and I am not ashamed to be who I am. And me not lie, them little something there is a turn off for me. Me have a
Yeah,
And
and
youth,
let
I'm
me
not
tell you
trying
but
to
me
this.
cut
like the
you
Me
out,
youth,
not
that's
judge
and
very
them
every time the
opinion,
youth
but
opinion.
when
send
I
me a
say
voice
and
note, that's all in doing no epic. Send me be a voice note. And the one time he send me a message, me say, oh, me say, why you send me voice note?
but no, but I know say a man we
how
can
much
send
time
love,
you text
send
you? How much
language
time
note.
you ever text you? Have you ever
Epic, me
answered
know
the
it.
voice note?
Epic. Me know you can read. Me hear you read. Me listen you read. Me and you work together on project off the here. Me know you read. So no bother with it.
Why?
Alright,
When
so
I say
I'm
you're wrong,
saying
yeah,
is
because
that
your preference is your preference. But at the same
yeah,
time, if I
understand
find
that.
somebody where my love and them default in a certain way like that, me personally, I go school, I go college, I there university in my last year, like I wouldn't have no problem teaching that person to read. That's if they want to. But me personally, I agree with Nad in a certain sense, saying that I'm not gonna go out of my way to take up a man that can't read and write properly in it. But if I find myself
Hey, Epic night. Evening, evening.
Hold on, they got a second. Let's finish that. They got 1 second, Steve. They got one
if I
second. Go on,
find
talk to him.
myself in a situation where I fell in love with someone that their faults in their reading and they can do a little whatever, I'll correct them. But you know what it is? Sometimes you'll be correcting someone and they'll act like you're chatting shit, like what you're saying is wrong. Do you get it? Like you're trying to correct them about their spelling habits and how you know, and they don't want to hear it. And
You have
that's
a
where I
point
get fed
there.
up. Like if you don't want to know, you're gonna be texting me SEA or S. Do you know what I mean? Like for seeing me, like fuck off.
They
Steve,
got a second.
welcome to
Steve,
the show. Good
Steve,
night.
Hi,
welcome,
good night.
welcome to the program as always, my brother. You're ever
Good
there
night,
with me just to
Steve.
see him. You know, tell the family
Yeah,
now.
sure, man. All right, my take on it. For me, like, yo, nobody ain't perfect. So if I'm with a girl and she's not that educated, I would like help her. But if at the end of the day, if she don't want it, then me have to do the road because at the end of the day, like, me not gonna make you hold me down in life. But I would like go the extra mile to help her to like get some form of education. Cause at the end of the day, like you don't want nobody have to say, yo,
We've done with
your
Shannon,
girl
we done with it.
dunce and all of that.
But I'm not gonna lie, I know a nigga that can't read, yeah, but he makes bare money.
Yeah,
But
you
he is
have people.
balling, so let me not lie, yeah. Mm.
You
Nadia,
know,
read
say we
some
don't
comment.
care
All
how
right.
much money a man make if him can invest in time into developing in mental capacity. Me no want him.
Yeah.
And I say like some people can reason, but them just not like that academically smart. Like the
Him not me not
reasonability is
tell him say, me
there.
not tell him figure like what I said and I repeat. I'm not asking to spell words like Czechoslovakia or something like that.
Remember,
But
me
I
there
need him
university
to
in
at
my
least
last year
know
and
the
never never
But
basics.
have to spell that.
Nadia,
I need him to know
all
the
right,
basics.
Nadia, let me say this to you. I did me and my friend go by I think it was the tax office, and I told with it. And so we couldn't spell else.
What? What you
Else.
say?
Hey,
E-L,
you look word
else.
them. You look word
E-L-E.
them. Brother,
E-L-S-E.
me catch what I say. Me and not me feel the pain without what
Yes,
you
so
just talking
Nadia,
about.
when you say like sometimes even when you have text, all right. Say for instance, you use the
Mm-hmm.
Google thing and like you text. Sometimes the phone itself
Predict.
pop up a
You're right.
word that you
Predict
don't
that.
actually pop it up. And
Predictable.
after you
Yeah.
send the message now, then you read back through, you say, holy shit, that's what send. But that's not what you meant to send. Because Google nowadays try to text where it want to text. So at the end of the day, like
No
you
man,
still have
type
to be
error, no
careful
man.
with all
90%
of that.
of the time you can recognize your type error. 90%
Yeah.
of the
Shannon,
time you can
Shannon, me love me
recognize
love
and
the relationship with you, know,
type
Shannon.
error. So I'm not talking type error.
Oh.
Alright, how would you feel? Alright, this happened to me before. How would you feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
you go with your significant other to go
Mm-hmm.
get a driver's license, right? And the man
Mm-hmm.
say you have to read for your license. And the man just tear off one little piece of paper off of the gleaner, one little piece of article off of the gleaner and give your significant other to read. And you stand up there with your significant other. A
See
box
them
up
head.
on a
But
simple
can't pay for
article.
pick and can't spell.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
hear
But
me answer now.
Not like
Hear me
at the
answer for
time
that.
when
Hear
me
me
I
answer
look
for that
for
now.
him,
Nadia,
me
Nadia,
not
let me
lie.
ask you a question.
Me not gonna lie. Me
Mm-hmm.
not gonna lie. Me did little bit turned off by the fact saying couldn't read it. And when me did little bit turned off by the
Me not
fact
have
saying
the
couldn't read it,
patience for that.
what I did was I asked him if me can teach him how to read or help him in any way possible. And the man cussed me off. Man
I had
cussed
a
me
guy
off.
like that before.
Man cussed me off. Tell me
He
some
don't wanna
proper
read.
words. So what me have to stay
But
with a man like that? Tell me.
That's what I
but
mean.
but
If he don't
Shannon,
wanna better himself, then fuck you, innit? Because I'm not staying with no dance back fam.
oh, okay.
finish your conversation. Finish what you were saying, Steve.
What
Because we
you
can't
say,
manage
Steve?
to
Finish
listen.
the what you not say.
No, me say like sometime alright. Say for instance you're nervous. Sometimes like you can get a simple thing. Not that you can't read, You get a thing, but because of nervousness. You ever see like why you think the president them are all of them have a podium where them have and they always a hold on to it. When you're nervous you squeeze it and it lets down. So sometimes you can get an article. Not that you can't read, but because of nervousness. Make you come like say your brain get fragile and you can't read what up on the
Well,
paper.
like your mind go blank.
Yeah. Because it
No,
happens
but
to
some of
both
them I look on the road and they don't know what.
No man,
Because
in
them go
this
blank.
youth case, I definitely have a reading problem and me try to help him and he cause me have proper. So me just dip.
no. In other case where like you see somebody like that, you basically just take what you said from early because at the end of the day, like him no wanna help. No disrespect to
He just
nobody
dip.
No,
or
but
whoever the
I
case
had
may
one
be.
guy,
But
yeah.
you
him
have
no
a lot
need
of
him
people
no need
who
no help.
have a
Alright,
problem with public speaking, Nadia. Reading out loud.
well, like
No man,
stage
that's a
fright.
different thing. He didn't have a problem with public speaking. He have a reading problem. He,
Me know what
he,
Nadia, so no
You know
can
what,
pick
sir?
it up. Me
Me
know
a
what
boy
Chef
could
say,
have,
and them
me
not
can
want help, and
from
them rough
morning me
with it.
can read, But say the teacher called me up and put me in front of the class from primary school to come read. You can't read ape on that. A look big.
We say that, not there.
You
You say,
epic. Me can't imagine you epic.
But Nadia,
I
you
am
know, you
not
have people.
perfect.
No, hold a second. But you know, you have people who like leave school that can read and write well, and just never have any subject though. Because I have a friend who was in school now. Them and they're gangster. But them and they just never really interested in school. I can tell you. Me attend school more than him, but me can't read and write or spell more than him. And him leave school without no subject, no none. All him mother a nurse. All them try with him, he just never interested, but he can read and write and can spell.
Me not
But
have
he
a
how
problem
do
just
you
with
know
your reader.
subject?
yeah.
How do you know subject?
Misunderstand me, you know.
I'm
And
Yeah,
that's
me
sorry
not
my
to
problem.
understand
understand what
last
she
year, you
has
know.
say.
You know, are
I'm sorry to come back and
misunderstanding
get
what
deep
I
with you,
am
you know.
saying. I am
Mhm.
saying that a man for me have to
Mhm.
know the basics.
Yeah.
Basics. I'm not saying he need to have 10, 15 subjects. He need to be college educated or whatever. He can be a mechanic. He can
Yeah.
be he can be a shopkeeper. But he must
Mhm.
know the basics.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The basics. Come on, man. Like what me ask what Epica say, must know the difference between there, here, and there.
Yeah, you got to know the
Right,
basics,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's mad.
But nowadays, like the internet alone can make you know here, there, and where, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever you
yeah.
just set up, you just have to just set up your phone. You have to willing to go
Cement
the
the
extra
great big up
mile
yourself.
for better yourself at the end of the day because like it's more easier now than back then. Nowadays, like
I am not willing to invest my time in a relationship with a man who are genuinely sabotaging his own personal growth. Him
mhm,
genuinely not look for better himself. Him just stagnant. He not gone away. I'm not gonna invest my time in a relationship with a man like that. And you have
yeah,
some man, them know them short in a certain way, and they don't make an effort to uplift themselves. It's all
mhm.
about
It's
personal
true.
development at the
It's
end of the
true.
day. You
That's
understand?
true.
And each and
Yeah,
every
it's
one of
true.
us here have our own responsibility to develop ourselves. As what Epic just said with him father. At the end of the day,
Mhm.
man no one go school, but the man right
Yeah,
now I send him text message. So you take
yeah,
it,
yeah.
he couldn't read before, no man I send him text message. So that's personal growth. That's personal
Yeah.
development. And me can't see myself with a man wanna gonna work personal developing themselves. So even if him
See,
have money, because you have some man where them a drug dealer, them a scam and they make some whole heap of money. But them make the whole heap
mhm.
of money and they cannot invest it because they have
Yeah.
no personal growth. They cannot read and write in order to know what investment to do with their money when they get it. So as quick as them get it, and the faster them lose it. Because they didn't take that time to invest in
Mhm.
themselves with the money that them get to make sure that them learn certain
Yeah.
things.
That's
So
true.
money can come and go. So I don't give a fuck about money. Money comes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
money goes. But what are you doing for developing your own self as an individual? Are you investing in yourself? This is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah, I do understand
Esco, you remember the
what you're
Arab
saying.
man?
Yeah, man. I mean, remember, what kind of question
Alright.
I ask you,
Arab
say?
can't read, you know? And
What?
Arab can't read. If the Arab nice, Arab can't read. And then it's like, why me no know? It did too much. Me understand when that just say it was too much because to him having money, him never want know nothing. Like even when I try to teach him, him never want know nothing. So me just such a fuck this. This tiring. It's different when you want to teach somebody who actually want to learn. You will see it from their attitude. Some of them don't want to learn for true. And it's very draining because
Uh,
they get to my brain.
well, at the end of the day, like education for me is never too much, and like me always take the time out, like yeah, for really. Once I'm getting the opportunity, I always take it. Cause to be honest with you, too, Nadia, when I left school, like me never really did leave school in a bag of subject or whatsoever. You know how me really like something. When I left high school, I started working at a agriculture store. So the man look at me and say, yo, like, you're young youth. This is not the place for you. And that man said me go back a heart and like me go do electrical. And I never feel anything. Because like he just motivate me, give me the motivation to say, oh, alright, I did this. And me get a second opportunity. Me not go waste no more time.
And that's personal growth, Steve.
Hmm?
That is
I
what
really
I'm
like that
talking
man,
about.
wherever he
That's what
is,
I'm talking
and whoever
about.
you pick him
That is
up.
And
personal
everybody
growth.
cut out to go in our office.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
no, me
Yeah,
not
everybody
like no, me not like
and,
office work. First of all,
and
me not cut
everybody
your
cut
epic.
out to something there.
Oh, we're
Me
not
not
saying to go in the office
yeah,
and be
but you
smart. We're
have to have
saying
No, I
personal
actually
learn
him
growth.
say
how to write a proper
electrical. They are
sentence,
here,
yeah,
I
man.
yeah.
must say.
I'm an electrician. My profession is electrician.
Nothing wrong with that. It's
They are
Yeah,
it's
no,
roofer.
I
about
don't.
personal growth.
Yeah, I don't like dressing up and the button up shirt and tucking shirt. I'm not up for that.
But
No,
I'm
Epic
not
need.
right
up for
now,
that.
Epic job is a
They are
roofer.
roofer. They are roofer, you know, brother.
Yeah,
Roofing me
yeah,
there, you know.
yeah.
Me not like that something there, brother. Me not like
Yeah,
that.
Epic is a
it feel
roofer, but
uncomfortable.
when you
It feel
come
When,
for the
when you are
live and
uncomfortable.
clean,
hear
at
how
night time you
Epic
clean.
articulate himself, you can't say Epic is very intelligent.
Me not
My,
like,
my screen
I'm not,
freeze.
I'm not one for that part, brother. Give me the trade
Hmm.
part of it. Me
Yeah.
have the trade, me know me trade, me come and
Hmm.
work. Pay
True.
me. That is
Yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah,
brother. Me not need,
yeah.
me not need a validation there to say me in a AC, brother.
Oh,
Because majority of them, that's all it is. Them in a AC. That's
exactly.
all
Me
ain't
like
nothing, brother.
hands-on work. Me like
Ah,
hands-on. Me like out in the
me not
field.
like theory.
Yeah,
Nadia, we tell me not like theory. Me not practical.
yeah. For real. Me not like
Me
yeah.
not put your theory to the test.
Yeah, sometimes we just do the theory because like yeah, you want your brain to still vocabulary skill see me. But at the end of the day, like me like hands-on work. Give me something where like yeah, when me done it, yeah, me I say yeah, me done a need job or something like. Me can't bother with it like book and pencil every day. Me not drive that
Me
bad.
not,
Me not
me
like them
But
couldn't do
book
that
hey,
and
either,
pencil
brother.
every day.
Me couldn't do that
have you
either.
have you lot seen them people like in yard, yeah? They don't know how to read, but they can fix any fucking engine. Like they can pull an engine apart and know every bits and pieces to put back together in a car or
20,
bike or something.
20, 20, 20, 20. One of White House richest person, one of White House biggest fisherman, one of White House biggest bar owner, one of White House biggest businessman in general. Me not call him name, but if you know White House, you know him.
Yeah.
He don't know apple different from orange unless you see fruit in front of him.
Wow.
And that is one of the richest man in the White House to the day.
Yeah. I know, I
You see
know.
that pretty plaza in front of
Yeah.
station there, so I see him in.
Yeah,
Him
I know,
man
I
have a
know.
plaza, him have so much bar, the mention boat. Them man they clap millions every week.
That's
Millions
bad.
weekly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Millions them man they make weekly.
I
And him
know.
don't know apple from orange unless you put them in front of him, the fruit, not the
Yeah.
word.
100.
Now ask you that. Cause
Because
my
I
father
see
good
that
friend
enough
that.
young youths, they will pull freaking car engines apart and shit, and they don't even know what the fuck
Like
it's
six
called.
and one half dozen of the other. For me just
Yeah.
feel that if you don't have a learning disability or a mental handicap or something like that hindering you from furthering
No, but
your own
Nadia,
personal
we
development
have to
in reading
understand,
or
we have to
something
understand,
basic.
No, beg a second, we have to understand, you have a lot of people out there that are coming from the olden days.
Me
You
not
have a
talk
lot of
the old
older,
school people eh.
listen what I say, no, listen what I say. Yeah, God, that's the person I'm talking about. I'm a father age group that. Them man, they come up and them strive, them live, they make so much money, uneducated. For you tell them, say that we sit down in our classroom, go and teach a boy, we are peer. One teach, listen, cause so them all up on you know. Cause that's my father
Yeah.
opinion too. Go and
They're
make a
wrecked,
teach
bro.
a boy, we are peer, car payment a month time. Cause so them all style them. My father opinion, me I tell them personally from my father. Him now
What
go sit
the
down in the
issue here?
classroom with no liquor boy, we are pay them car payments. I'm gonna tell you, if a vehicle me own my life, I buy that cash, you know. How that team work for that money later. And me buy that cash. I saw him turn them king. So them now go sit down in our class, they will try to better themselves, but they're not gonna do something. Just like how I am at this point in my
Um,
life.
Yeah.
In a
Epic,
semester,
you're,
but still
you're
not
social
classroom. So
media
easy.
man. You never see the meme, not the meme, the thing where I go around which part this 90-year-old man just getting graduate from high school and him a 90.
Of
Man
Oh
course,
yeah.
me see
90
the
and him just
Vegas stick out
graduate from
film one
high
more day
school at
too.
the age of 90.
The
All right,
Vegas kick
Nadia.
out film one day too. How much of them kick out? I not say no to it. But I'm saying different strokes for different folks, Nadia.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying
different
to say.
stroke for different folks, but like
But
what I
but
say, I am who I am, and unless you have a disability that's hindering you from
Here,
learning,
brown sugar said, pride is a learning disability. And I mean, says a brown sugar said, so that mean, that's not me, I'm just reading a comment. Why
oh,
was it